Good morning, welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer, this is A Country Life, and there's our happy bear hunter ahead of us. All the baiting and trail cams and everything, it paid off. This is the bait. So this morning, I didn't start filming right away in the morning, but this morning, and I should point out, notice just a rock and a bumblebee. At first Warren had a piece of plywood on top of here, and then he was reading the regulations over again, and he's like, oh, okay, I see. I'm not supposed to be using any man-made material, and plywood would be man-made. Well, the plywood went away and just a rock. You can use like another slab, tree trunk slab, but the bear were already coming. He knew that they knew that this was here and whatever, so that's what he did, just went to a rock. Okay, I didn't film this morning. Uh-oh, they all took off without me. But I went back here once already, so I should know how to get back here again. Oh, I see them. Man, people can just get lost in the woods so fast. I got yesterday, when Warren had come in from bear hunting, he and Peter went out, and he's like, hey, tomorrow morning I'm gonna sit. Do you want to go bear hunting with me? What? Boo. Boo.
How are you?
I'm good. But he asked if I wanted to go and sit with him this morning. I was like, sure. So we got up, had some coffee, and we headed out to the bear stand. And Warren was, you're just kind of sitting there quietly and everything. Look at that.
The rock on that one.
And there is the bear.
Like, moved off the hole. So I was looking, it's like, usually from some of the water.
Wow. Oh, I can't believe it.
It's so exciting. Yeah, just this morning when we went back to tell the kids that we got that Warren shot the bear. Yeah, look at the pad. Peter's like, it's just crazy how you're out in the woods and you never even see the bear. It's like you just don't even think about them being around.
Yeah, you don't even think of them being around, and then you see it come out, and then you're like where is it hiding?
Where are they all the time? But it's crazy sitting in the bear stand. Like, everything looks like a bear.
Yeah.
Everything does. Mm-hmm. Every stump, every shadow, everywhere where there's like ferns and then the sun shines on it and then underneath is a shadow, you're like, oh, maybe it's a bear. Of course it's not. But when you actually see a bear, you're like, oh, okay, that's actually a bear.
I had not put on it. She said it was amazing.
Yeah, wasn't that comfy?
Yeah, that was super comfy.
Thing on the toilet seat and sit on it?
Right, yeah,
I told
totally.
I was going to use that tonight, but it looks like I'm not going to. I can't believe this happened.
I can't.
I mean, I was over the moon that Peter got a bear. That made my whole season.
Yeah.
But then, to be able to get my own bear, I can't. This is my first bear off the marsh.
I know.
First one.
Yeah.
And I've tried numerous times
Yeah.
to get a bear, when I've had tags, and never had any
That's
luck.
gross.
This is the first time.
Yeah, they must have come in.
So yesterday, they just turned the bear over and pulled it out.
A white what?
Victory bear.
They always call them victory bears up at the shack. It's got the white and blue on it.
Oh, that's so cool.
But thanks to Uncle Dan, he's like, some guys use an otter sled. They just,
Yeah, this is Uncle Dan's trick.
yeah, some guys use an otter sled and just pull it out of the woods. We're like, hey, that would work out really well.
This is my dad's knife. It's pretty special to me.
Oh, very nice. Maria gave us the hot tip. It's take
No
off your shoes. She was
But it
trying.
makes your feet hurt.
She was trying to hula hoop, and she's like, "These shoes are just not working."
They really are bad.
Yeah, I understand. Because right, you can't do your little foot thing, can you?
Yeah.
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 So last night's tomato juice. If you saw my last vlog, I was making tomato juice with an entire table full of tomatoes. And I had one jar not seal right here. And I show this in all my videos because I know that there are new canners out there, and I know that there are like people that want to be canning, but they're just still nervous, and there are little things that they don't, or there's maybe things they don't know. So this is just one of those little things I can show you quickly, because maybe you're concerned about, how do I know if my jars are sealed, or how do I know if it's safe? All right, well, I show that all the time. That jar did not seal. It's very easy to tell too, because this little center didn't go down. Sometimes though, it will go, it'll kind of like depress a little bit, but it still has the sound of very, very hollow. You don't want that. You want it to be like tinny. Okay, I need to get these jars down to the basement, except the one that didn't seal. I'm going to put that out into the refrigerator. And remember in my big prepping for this month's meal plan video, we are set to have chili. Actually, according to my schedule, it would be the second Wednesday of the month that we would have chili, which would be next week Wednesday. So what I'll do is I'm just going to put this in the fridge until then, and I'll use that jar first. Sometimes you can try to recan, put a new lid on it, recan. Well, you could try using the same lid again. You know, it's not always recommended to do that. I have done that before. Sometimes it seals up, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Just that happens every now and again. So these jars are going down to the basement. And then I'm going to bring in that super spicy, like basically I made tomato sauce. I was thinking it was how I used to make salsa, and it just wasn't how I used to make salsa when I wanted strained, or I wanted a very, very like pureed salsa. Anyway, I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to get that hot again, and I'm just going to can it in pints, and I'm going to use that when I'm making nachos, and I usually would add like a jar of salsa. I'm just going to use that. Okay, I can only take down, I think, 9 jars at a time. Hi, Poochie. Hi, Poochie. All right, Warren and I and Joe took a little road trip.
What do you think, guys? It smells like a bear, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh boy. Wow.
I shot the bear and I looked at her and said, "You catch us?" I don't know if that we're getting the bear hide tanned, and the claws will be on it. The entire head, there's no skull in it, but it'll all be tanned so it can be used as a blanket on your bed, or we can drape it over the ice house.
With the claws?
Well,
Blanket.
you know,
A decorative blanket. It'll be a decorative.
I think on a cold night in the ice house, you might want that bear.
Maybe so. So we're making a little loop. Would you call it a loop?
Yep.
While we're driving here?
I think
Whoa,
so.
whoa,
Hang on.
whoa, hang on. We're gonna head over to Cloverdale Country Store. We were just there at the beginning of bear baiting season, and there were a few things that I got that I wish that I would have gotten more of, and that would be bacon, because they had such great prices on bacon, and then also the hash brown patties. Super price on hash brown patties, and then of course just anything else that we can find that's fun.
Definitely want to get bacon.
Definitely bacon. Oh, it definitely feels like fall. It almost not sleet. No, it's just drizzle.
It's drizzle.
It's just drizzle. And Joe,
Feels like harvest weather.
it does. You're not cold? Cow. The little one is probably fine. You're looking for Twizzlers? All right, I'm not supposed to be filming in here, but we found the Twizzlers. But it's all like pink lemonade Twizzlers and what is that, cherry Coke? No, sweet and sour. These are filled, Twizzlers filled. I don't think that's really what he's looking for. But now fruit gushers, that might be something. Well, Cloverdale Country Store came through for us again. I'm gonna show you a quick peek at everything here. Then, yeah, bacon, more bacon, snacks, cereal, frozen stuff, 50 pounds of potatoes, graham crackers for Joe. Joe was pretty fortunate to be the only one with us today. He picked up all kinds of things and it was like, okay, sure. Anyway, you guys
had Dad on his side.
Probably. Before we get home and do a full grocery haul and price reveal, you guys put throw it in the comments how much you think we spent on all of these groceries here.
And how many pounds of bacon do we have?
Bacon, 8, 9, 10, 12 pounds of bacon. Have you all made your guess as to how much I spent on all of these groceries at Cloverdale Country Store? And there are the potatoes. Put that in the comments below and I will share with you after the grocery haul how much I spent. So also you're going to see on the screen here on the left I will have the price that I paid for the items here at the Cloverdale store. And I guess I should put this up here with this. And then so did I say that? On the left will be the price that I paid at the Cloverdale Country Store, and on the right over here I'll put the price if I can find this item at either Walmart or Pick and Save. I will look up online to see the price that it would be. Super great place to go. Cloverdale Country Store, Curtis, Wisconsin. Give it a try. It's worth a drive. Let's start with bacon. So I was looking for around $3 a pound or less for bacon, and we found it. So we got the thick cut Wright brand, which we know is a great brand, delicious bacon. This is a 4-pound pack. It's in like two 2-pound packs, somehow attached together. And this was $11.99. So this is $3 a pound. And then I did find this Farmland brand, again, a brand that I'm familiar with, at $2.69 a pound. Now, you do have to always be watchful of dates. Some things can spoil or go rancid a lot faster than other things. I'm not seeing the date on here right now. Oh, did somebody make cookies today while we were gone?
Yeah,
Who do you think made those?
chocolate chips.
They look delicious. I'll have one, but a little bit later, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Joe. I'm not seeing a date on the bacon. This bacon here is September 16th, 2025. We have not hit that date yet even, and it's in the freezer anyway, so it's fine. So I will say that certain things lose their quality quicker. Crackers tend to lose quality quickly. So do pasta. Seems to go downhill quickly. And I know it seems like it shouldn't, but I have, in my experience, I found that pasta too far past its date, it just has an off flavor. Nuts also seem to lose their flavor. So things like that. Okay. You just kind of have to check it out. I mean, sometimes for $1.69, you give it a try, and then you're like, oh, that wasn't bad, or it was terrible, we'll never do it again, or it wasn't bad, and we go back and get more at that price. Some chocolate-filled Oreos, never had these, but these were $2.99 for a package, and it is a 1-pound Oh, it's actually over a pound. It's 1 pound, 2.7 ounces. Some of these dark chocolate, peanut, and almond granola bars, 12 bars to a pack here, and these were $1.69 a piece. We did see these Johnsonville snack sticks. We are planning to take some of our bear in and get snack sticks made, but you know how that goes. You take the meat in, and it can be months before you get it back. All right, so these Johnsonville snack sticks, this is 1.5 pounds for $12.99. That was one of the things where we were kind of like, it's like on the edge. Is it a good deal? Is it not a good deal? It's pork and beef. Some of these cheese balls, $5.99. This is a 17 ounce. This I wasn't necessarily buying for the deal. Joe wanted some cheese balls, and the ones that were the super deal were a different brand that we've had before. We weren't really fond of them, and they had just like gotten past their Best By date. And I was like, if I didn't like them when they were fresh, I don't think I'm going to like them when they're past their Best By. Some caramel dip. These are October 31st of 2025. And these are super nice when we are having our harvest party. We can open these up for people to have caramel, cranberries and caramel. These are, I mean, obviously great for lots of different uses, but 2 of them, $1.29 each. Such a good price on those. Here's another screaming deal. These 10 packs of Oreo Nutter Butter Chips Ahoy, $1.89. I'm pretty sure, I look forward to looking this price up. I'm pretty sure I paid something like $9. Does that sound right? Maybe it was a bigger pack than this. Maybe it was $4.44. Anyway, I know I've paid a lot for these, so I picked up 3 of those. I was pretty sure that the kids liked these Kind bars, the oats and honey, and so 1 box of these, just in case they didn't really like them, $3.29. But I thought they did. I just, you know, sometimes you're there and you're like, do they or do they not? And Joe did. He was like, no. Family pack of Fruit Gushers. This was a flavor I hadn't seen before, watermelon and sour apple. It's not something I look for normally at the store anyway, except for around deer season for hunting lunches. But $2.99, that seemed like a great price. All right, I just had to take a quick detour. I heard the dryer starting, and I was like, I had clothes in the washer that some things that get hung. And Sam's doing laundry, and, well, you know, I wanted to make sure that I got the things out. All right, 50 pounds of potatoes for $14. We did pick up some cereal. I stuck with the name brand, and most of this has a sell-by date. We have September 29th of this year. We have August 23rd, which was just a couple of weeks ago, September 24th, and September 2nd, which was just a couple days ago. So the Chex, Honey Nut Chex for $2.29. The family size Cheerios for $2.99. We have the giant size cinnamon Chex for $3.49. And the giant size Reese's Puffs for $3.29. I have been getting the Hershey's Simply, or I think it's called, is it called Simply 5? Whatever, the Hershey syrup. But that is $5 a bottle. This was $2.49. Joe really wanted it. I thought it was a decent price, so I picked that up. These actually came from Fleet Farm because we made a stop there. And just to keep my stock up, I got 1 of each.
Yours chocolate with, or making chocolate milk.
I know you like to do that.
With milk.
With milk, yes. So, and I'm glad I got them at Fleet Farm rather than waiting to the Cloverdale, because Cloverdale, they were more expensive. These were $3.49 at Fleet Farm, which was even less expensive than I paid at Walmart, and they were $3.99 and $5 something at Cloverdale. So anyway, good price at Fleet Farm on those. $1.29 on the Nabisco crackers. These do have a date of August 26th, which again was just a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure they're still going to be fine. We did have some of these last time, and they were delicious. 5 pounds of tater tots with a date of June 27th of 2026. $5.99 for 5 pounds. That is a great price. They're about $2.29, I think, for 2 pounds at Aldi. Great price. These pizzas were right around it should say, there should be a red ticket on. $3.49 for each of the pizzas. We've never had these tavern-style Tombstone. This is the Primo, and Let's Meet Up. So we got 3 of those, $3.49 a piece. Again, stuck with brands that I know. They did have some other brands I'd never heard of that were a little cheaper, but one other time, day is getting long here. I think maybe the very first time that we went there, we bought a bunch of pizzas that were really, really cheap, and then they ended up just tasting like cardboard. They were not good. I mean, the crust was bad, the sauce was bad, just in general, they were bad. So I do try to stick with the name brand, or at least brands that I know. Not quite yet, Joe. I'm not ready for a cookie, not yet, okay, hun?
Peace.
Not yet, honey. And then $2.99. I've mentioned this to you guys before. This brand is called Murray's, and these are delicious. We have always loved the Aldi's hash brown patties. Walmart's are eh. The kids are kind of like eh. You really have to, I don't know, you got to add a lot of salt and pepper, it seems like, to the Walmart ones to get them tasting good. And the Walmart, you get 10 in a pack for well over, like almost $4, I'm pretty sure. And this is 20 for $2.99. That's a great price. This was just random, but it is an entire turkey breast lunch meat. It's the cracked pepper, and this was $1.49 a pound for $8.44 for this whole thing. If you go to Walmart and you buy fresh lunch meat, right? What is it? $6.99 a pound or something like that. I am not even 100% sure, but I had a couple thoughts. One, I could bring up my meat slicer and I could slice this like lunch meat real thin. Warren was like, don't slice it thin. I don't like thin lunch meat anyway. I'd much rather have a slab. So that's another option, and serve it cold. But then I was thinking, do you remember school hot lunch? I'm always fixing my hat because it always slides down on my face. Do you remember school hot lunch? It would be mashed potatoes with about a 1/4 inch thick slice of just like this kind of turkey. It's like lunch meat, but sliced thick and then served hot with turkey gravy over the top. And then they would always serve it with peas. I don't like peas. I didn't eat them then. I would eat the peas now, but they served them with peas, and then what they always called hot buttered bread, which was the softest, smushiest white bread ever with probably margarine on it. It probably wasn't even butter. And then what was the fruit that they would always serve? I feel like it was fruit cocktail in those little paper cups that you could kind of like pull, and then they were pleated. And I was thinking, school hot lunch. I have such fond memories of that meal. It was one of my favorite meals besides the peas. And I thought that would be really great. Thaw this, cut it into 1/4 inch slabs, warm it in like a turkey broth, which I have home canned turkey broth or turkey stock or whatever down in the basement. I could warm it in a crock pot, make mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, that sounds just delicious with cranberry sauce. Oh, you guys. And then I bought a couple giant onions. They were 69 cents a pound. I had no idea if that was even a good price, but my onions, you know, in the garden are a golf ball or a little smaller, and I've pretty much burned through all of them already. I might have 6 or 7 more. And honestly, when you want to chop up an onion, you want to chop up an onion. You don't want to have to sit there and peel 7 little baby onions just to have chopped onion in something. Swiss Miss with marshmallows, $1.29 for how many cups or how many ounces? It's like not even in English. This is like all in Spanish everywhere I look. Okay, interesting. This is all in Spanish. I didn't even realize that. But the date is March 6th of 2026. That is so inexpensive, $1.29. It's nice to have. We're going into cold season, and how nice will that be to just have that ready to go for the kids. Warren spied this deal, Taco Bell medium queso, $1.69. For how many ounces is this? I don't even know. It doesn't even say. It has to say. There you go, 15 ounces, and the date is October 23rd of 25. That'll easily be eaten up by then. And then these canisters of Doritos are $2 at Walmart all the time, and they were $1.29. The date on these, though, is August 26th of 25. Again, that's only hardly even 2 weeks ago, and so I thought we'll give it a try. So I picked up some of this honey here. I purchased honey when we went up north to the Keweenaw Peninsula, but just for general baking. I really didn't want to use that honey because it was $11 for a little tiny pint. I bought it just because it was like vacation honey, and you know, you just want something special when you come back home and you kind of having a little honey and you're thinking about the trip and all that. Anyway, I picked up some of this. Honey has an expiration date so long from now, 2028. So we got a long time. We'll use it up. Maria's been wanting to make some pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, and my recipe calls for 3/4 cup of honey. And I was like, I don't really want you to use the whole entire jar of the other honey that I bought. So I was happy to see this. $4.49 for 30 ounces. I think that's it. Oh, you probably saw these tubs over here. These we just picked up at Fleet Farm. They're food safe tubs. We picked up 3 of these. One thing nice is that they do have these lids. They don't snap on, but at least I don't have to do all the saran wrap and all that kind of thing. So that is kind of nice with that. I'm going to get all this stuff put away. The boys already got the oven preheated to 425, and we're going to make some pizzas for supper tonight. Warren and Peter are going to cut up bear, and I'm going to work on editing videos.